together and asking, because we did some research online about, like the feedback on the customers, and we noticed a lot of the feedback that we saw was towards Dr. Sean. And I was trying to explain, I don't know the reason why, like some of the people, maybe like some of the patients that you have, I noticed like some of them are a little older. I don't know. They don't know how to get into the computer and do the feedback. I kind of like to get out of that.
Yeah, I do tend to have an older practice because I am older. I must admit, when I was younger, I had a younger practice. That tends to just naturally happen. Of course, I have patients that I've been treating for 38 years, and I've also, of course, I get new patients, but on an ongoing basis. But older patients do tend to gravitate towards me, and I guess that's wanting somebody closer to their own age. And you're right. I also don't do a lot of promotion about. In fact, I never say anything about going online and giving any positive experience. That's kind of figured if that happened, it happened. It's, for instance, our newspaper usually does some kind of yearly. It's really trying to generate business for them. I see through that, of course. They're trying to do some kind of customer, where customers will actually tell you who's the best of everything, and I'm sure most places have those in most towns, where you go online and you fill out forms and say who gave you the best service for this, that, and the other. Our clinic typically, most of the time it's one. Occasionally we're in the number 2 spot, but it's never because we've gone out and asked people to fill those out. People have to do it because they want to. So.
Another of our questions are, we, as well as looking at the benefits of what you do for the community and for the business, we are also wondering if you see if there are any possible downsides, any cons to the business, anything that there could be fixed or improvements on at all?
Probably the biggest improvement is more for the profession in general, and that is the perception of what chiropractic is. That's education. We do that in here. We do that. We go through a lot of steps to educate our patients about what chiropractic is and what it isn't. So if there was any one general thing, I would say it's probably that. The misconception and sometimes downright fallacies in what people think of what we do is very large. The numbers are shrinking. And when I first got into practice, it was almost like people would come in and don't tell anybody. Even when you got results when nobody else could get results, it was almost like, shh, don't tell anybody. And now then, that's changed. We have a lot of people coming in here because they want an alternative to medicine care. That's not putting medicine care down. It's necessary. But ours is a natural approach, and we do it by affecting the nervous system. And the nervous system controls every function in the body, but most people don't think about that. They think about chiropractors and backs rather than chiropractors and the nervous system that we influence. That's why the variety of conditions that people can get responses with chiropractic is so varied. But if you just went out and probably interviewed 100 people, I would think that number is still relatively small that actually could give you that information. So, and that has a bearing on who comes in. Obviously, if everybody knew what we knew, there would be even a much greater demand for chiropractic because of that. So that's probably the biggest challenge, is just educating.